In this video, I'll show you how to run and scale meta ads extremely profitably in 2026 if you are in high ticket, consulting, or info/coaching. And we'll go over 3 tiers of budget in this video and what you should do in each of them. So the lowest tier all the way up to the highest tier. This will be 5 to 10K plus per day in ad spend, and on the lower end we'll be talking about $100 to $500 a day in ad spend, and there is a middle tier as well for all of you struggling over there. Don't you worry, and I won't be showing you what buttons to press inside the ad manager. This is not a total beginner course. Ideally you have already got comfortable with the ad manager, but you just don't know what to do and how to get the most out of it. So number one, have a godfather offer. I know you have heard this a million times, but that's because it's the most important thing, and I'll go over it really quickly over here. So, the bridge between the problem and the solution in your customer's journey is your offer. Your offer should take your customer from their problems to their solutions. This is the simplest explanation, but there's a lot more to it. But I'll give you two factors that you should keep in mind while building your offer for your advertising campaign. First of all, is your offer in market or not? Meaning, does it fall within these three or does it fall within these two? See, this is a larger chunk of the market, it's 70% plus, and this is usually up to 30% max in 99% of markets, right? The thing is, it's easier to sell here because your message can be direct and you don't need as much education for your prospects. But as you can see from the name of the tier, problem aware and completely unaware means they have a problem or they don't even know they have a problem, but your solution can help them, but they are totally unaware of this. So your job with your offer is to educate them and show them the mechanism and show them that your solution is valuable enough for them to invest into. So a lot harder, but a lot more money in there, but you have to decide what you want to do, and also decide what level of market sophistication you are in to introduce mechanisms or guarantees or whatever, because sometimes your market is really new, you don't have to do a lot, and sometimes your market is so sophisticated that guarantees instead don't land. But something like a unique mechanism of a problem and a unique mechanism of a solution gets you through the crowd and helps you sell. Thirdly, a bonus tip on your offer is you have to make it dynamic, meaning all of your market should be attracted by your offer. I'll give you a quick example. Let's say McDonald's. What's their primary offer? It's burgers, cheap, convenient, fast burgers. But not everyone would have bought from McDonald's if they sold just burgers. Some people buy it because it has fries with it. Some people buy it because it has drinks with it. Some people buy it because it has ice cream with it. Very rarely, but still. So you have to decide what your sides are essentially. But your main offer, the burger, has to cater to the whole of your market, right? And this guy may be pushed over the edge due to the fries, and this guy may be pushed over the edge due to the ice cream. So it really depends, but I hope you get my point. Now, secondly, pick the right funnel for your offer. Pretty self-explanatory. Either my recommendation, go for a VSL call funnel. If you wanna do direct to application call funnel without a VSL, it's really hard to get qualified prospects without education on the front end, or your back end has to do the job for you, which also works, but I doubt most of you guys can pull it off. And if you are struggling to pull off a VSL call funnel for some reason, but you shouldn't until like 3 mil a month, This should do the job just fine, even a direct one. And indirect means the thing we talked about before. And a webinar funnel, I wouldn't suggest running this if you are anywhere under 100K a month. It's just wasting your time because it's so hard to pull off the show operate, the retention rate, the call booking rate, and the show operate on those calls. It's really a lot. So my number one choice is this. Number two, you can go for this. Not recommended, DM ads, Insta forms, lead magnets, and the only exception is if you have a really low budget like 50, 60, 30, $40 a day and you still want a piece of the cake, then you can try these, but I don't usually deal with them. Now, in some instances, some fitness coaches do run DM ads at crazy scale, like at 1M plus, but it's a rare exception and it does not disprove the rule. Or you can go for a low ticket ascension funnel if you have found the ceiling to your call funnel or webinar. But like I have said here, it needs a lot of sauce for you to pull it off. Meaning, it's not the easiest funnel to do because you are unprofitable on the front end and you have to make back the money on the back end for the math to work and for it to be a scalable funnel. Ideally, you would be running a VSL call funnel if you are under $2-3 million a month. And if you cannot get it there, it's most likely a skill issue, 99.9% chance. And now, a very important question. How much to spend on your ads? Of course, that depends on how deep your pockets are, but if you just don't have a genuine idea, then the ideal, if you have money and you are not poor, the ideal target is this formula. So your target cost per action, CPA into 50 divided by 7. Meaning, if your target cost per action, which is your cost per call, cost per lead, cost per show, whatever that is for you, let's say it's 150 for the ease of understanding, you multiply it by 50 and you divide it by 7. Why this is? Let's do the math right here. So 150 into, was it 50 divided by 7, right? So this should be your budget. Ideally, if your target CPA is 150, meaning it should be $1,000 a day. So 30 grand a month, not a lot. Why this is the case, you can find out on Meta's own website. And if you want to learn more about this, it has to do with the learning phase. You can check out my second last video, which was on pixel conditioning and finding ideal buyers with your ad account. I go into much more detail about this over there, but this is the formula you can use for now. If you cannot spend that much, this is your practical floor and this is your absolute floor. So 3 to 5 times target CPA, 3 to 5 times 150, or at least if you are anywhere below this, if you are anywhere below this number for your daily ad spend, do not run a call funnel, do not run a webinar. It will work, but next week you will get dog shit leads, and the next week you may get a few good ones, but there will be no consistency and your life will be hell. You are better off running a DM ad with a direct offer if you wanna work your way up. Okay, now for the real sauce. While building out your campaign, what do you wanna optimize for? Do you wanna optimize for lead? And if you are around this region, I would optimize for lead, but I would put some qualification before it, just so the pixel has enough data to attach to for the right audience. Or you wanna go for a booked call, this is what most people do, or you wanna do a sold call. The qualified booked call is the best option out of all of them. But if you have a real ad budget, meaning like 5-10 grand a day, you can go for a sold call, but close deal is not feasible because the time frame is too long for the pixel to latch on to. Now the more qualified the event your pixel triggers on is, the better it is, but the more expensive it gets as well. So this would look something like this. Let's see optimize for lead. Cost per action is really cheap. Optimize for booked call, it's a little more expensive. Optimize for sold call, it's a lot more expensive. But your pixel is seeing only the best of the best people, which is an advantage. But for you to have a real number, for it to exit the learning phase, you would have to spend 5-10 grand a day. And if you have that, go for it. I'm all for running ads. The learning phase is what I talked about earlier. According to Meta, a campaign, not even a campaign, an ad set needs to have 50 conversions a week for it to exit the learning phase and lock onto an audience, or it will keep fluctuating and keep giving you inconsistent quality of leads. So whatever conversion event you set, like we talked about over here, will make a massive difference. But a 50 a week is ideal, but you can get away with lower than that from my experience. So don't be stressing about this too much, and never ever place your conversion event before any qualification, because that will make your life even worse than the inconsistency. Inconsistent semi-qualified dog shit is better than totally unqualified garbage. Now, tracking, this is also very important. I would suggest using the conversion API, but Hyros is better. Most of my clients use Hyros, so I have no problem with tracking, but at least you need to have a good event match score and everything, and make sure as many events as possible are being reported back to Facebook so it can optimize for the winning audience. Now, for the real sauce, account structure. I have divided them into 3 regimes. By the way, all these screenshots are from my SOP, which is like 50 pages long on meta ads only, but I won't show you that right now because it's for my clients and for the internal team. So 3 regimes. If you have less than 15 weekly events per ad set, you're in the low tier. If we have 15 to 50 mid tier and 50 plus, you are in the big leagues. Let's see how I would run ads and how you should run ads if you are in the low tier, meaning you have less than 15 ad sets a week and you are at 1 to 3 times target CPA with your budget. So this is the account structure you would use, and I use for lower level clients and low budget campaigns. So you are gonna have a ABO campaign and a broad advantage plus ad set, and within it 5 to 8 distinct creatives, meaning not variations. They have to be different angles, different concepts, targeting different pain points and such. And if you have a lookalike audience, then go create a lookalike audience and have a 1% lookalike audience for the targeting. That works as well, but broad works more than fine for now because Andromeda is really good. Now you have made some money and you are spending $500 to $1,000 a day. Medium, how I would treat that? It's still a small ad account in our terms, so it's the structure doesn't look complex, but you are still gonna go for a ABO campaign and you are gonna have a broad scaling advantage plus ad set, or you can have a lookalike like last time, and you are gonna give the majority of your budget to this ad set, and you are gonna have a broad advantage plus testing ad set, which will get a much lower budget. So if this is getting 5x target CPA, this is getting 1x target CPA for testing per day. So in the main ad set, we are going to have 5 to 8 proven creatives ideally. But if this is your first time running ads, you can just look for angles that have been working for your competitors and start out there. And in here, test your own angles, test your own concepts, and graduate winners to this. Because at this budget, you don't have a lot of room to fuck up your scaling ad set. That's why we're gonna have a testing ad set and a scaling ad set. Now for the big leagues, the highest regime where we are spending at least $1,000 a day, and you are not a brokey, and you ideally wanna get to this point. I've just attached a random ad manager screenshot here from one of my clients. You can see the 2 grand daily on a single campaign. You are ideally in this bracket, and if you are not, you will get here by following the strategies I taught you over here. And after you are here, finally you are not playing around, you have a real budget, you are spending 30, 50, 100k a month on ads, and you are ideally getting 500 grand to a million out of it, at least 100 grand a month out of it. So you are playing the real game, you are no longer small face. So this is the first method. It actually gets simpler, but the creative strategist, whoever that is, if that's you or your copywriter, has to do a lot more work, but the media buying is not that hard. So I have 2 methods for the first. You have a ABO or a CBO campaign, either one works, and each ad set over here is broad. So you can have more than 4. You can have 10, 15, 20, but I've just shown you 4 here for example's sake. And each ad set is a concept. Each ad set is a unique concept. Don't ask me what that means now, because you should know if you are spending this much. It's a unique ad concept each, and within that ad set, you have 10 to 15 distinct creatives, and all those creatives are testing different angles within the concept ideally. And you are going to push the throttle if you are in a CBO on the whole campaign, or on the ad set level if you are doing an ABO. And whenever one starts to throttle, you have to come up with a new concept and get a new ad set and test new angles within it. So you keep iterating. One concept goes out of fashion, you have another one ready and warm to go. So this is the first method, where one ad set is a concept and within it you have angles, ideas. Do not mix concepts in the same ad set, very important. So let's say if this concept is the reason you are not losing weight is because of your metabolism, do not be introducing some kind of dietary reason within it. All dietary reasons, let's say you are eating too much protein, is why you are fat. Sounds counterintuitive, but that's what you need to make it work. Don't introduce genetics in this, and don't introduce dietary things in this. I'll give fitness examples because a lot of people understand. And each ad is ideally a unique angle or variation, at least. So within these 10 to 15, you can have one angle and 2 variations of that angle. But don't have one angle and 15 variations, please. You are not helping yourself. Method 2 is my personal favorite. Not a lot of people prefer it to the method above, but this is my favorite, and Jeremy Haynes has taught me this by his YouTube videos, and I tried it out and it works really well. Sorry for stealing, Jeremy, but you got the sauce. You are gonna have a ABO campaign, and within it, this is gonna be a batch of ads. So this is batch 1 of your ads. You are gonna have 20 to 30 unique creatives, mix concepts, angles, formats within this ad set, and throw everything into a broad ad set, and throw the same 30 ads into a lookalike, and throw the same 30 creatives into a interest stack. And what interest stack means is the interest of your customer. Stack all of them, 10, 20, 30, doesn't matter, and put that in there. Most of your budget is gonna go towards the broad ad set, and 30% of your budget should go towards the interest and lookalike. And you may be thinking, Oh, that's not gonna be enough volume for me to scale. But what you are gonna do is twice a month. We are gonna do this twice a month. We are gonna launch a new batch every 2 weeks, which means this set. After 15 days, you are redoing it, and after another 15 days, you are redoing it, and all of this leads to the same campaign, and you will keep scaling budget until your CPA is profitable for each one of these ad sets. And if this is too complex, you can just get rid of the lookalikes and interest. You can do just fine with just the broad ad set and keep scaling, keep scaling, keep scaling. Let's say at $8,000 a day, this is not profitable. Then you just get rid of it, and the other ad sets you were testing, give the budget to them. Now, an extra point, and this is a very valuable source I'm giving away, which I did not think I would have, but since I'm a very nice man, I'm going to let you know. Within these ad sets, within these 20 to 30 creatives, what you will see is when you start spending, only 3 to 5, even sometimes 1 or 2 are gonna get 99% of your ad spend. And you are gonna think, oh, Avi told me some bullshit, it's not working. But that's okay. We are gonna leave it and let it spend. And when your CPA is not profitable on these 3 to 5, what we are gonna do is take the remaining 25 to 29 creatives from this ad set. I know it's getting complex now, but stay with me. 25 to 29 creatives that did not get spent, you are gonna put it in a new ad set and introduce 1 to 5 totally new creatives, new concepts, new angles. So you did not do all that work for no reason. 3 to 5 got spent, but you did not make the 25 extra for no reason. They are gonna go in a new ad set, and you are gonna do the same thing if you are not satisfied with the quality of people you are getting through on your calls. Now let's talk about how you should split your budget. 85 to 100% of your budget should go for prospecting in top of funnel ads if you are in the low or mid regime. You can even throw in middle of funnel ads in the same ad set if you are in the mid or low regime. Facebook is gonna figure it out. Trust me. Because retargeting ads are really hard to pull off. After Andromeda came out, Facebook doesn't listen to what you say. A top of funnel ad can act as middle of funnel, and a bottom of funnel can act as top. Facebook is crazy like that, so don't be stressing about it. When you are spending real money though, meaning this set, high tier, the complex stuff, when you are running at a yacht, you should be spending 10 to 20% of your budget on retargeting middle of funnel creative. So that could be social proof, that could be testimonials, whatever you want it to be. This is not a creative course, this is a media buying course. So this is your production cadence, or this is what it should be. If you are spending under 5k a month, 2 to 4 new creatives concepts per cycle is more than good enough. And as you can see, this is how it goes. 50k plus a month, you are getting at least 30 new distinct creatives every single month, and they should be of a totally new concept, not a older concept you are already spending on. So you are never running out of scaling room and never hit a ceiling. Let me actually show you the SOP. Let me show you a glimpse of it, because I'm a really nice man, like we discussed before. Okay, here is a quick glimpse. I skipped to this part, but you can see how long it is. And you can see all the shit I talked about. You can see the daily pain point. This is some creative testing frameworks. You can see ABO, CBO, low regime, mid regime, high regime, everything I talked about. But this is a lot of sauce. you will get if you are my client or if you work for me or with me. This is not for sale. I'm sorry. And if you want me to sell it, I guess I would. Just let me know in the comments or just DM me on Instagram. Now, how you wanna test ads? This is also very important. I'm just giving you more free sauce, even though this is supposed to be just a media buying course. First of all, you are gonna test your offer, which was the number one rule. Remember, if you can get away with a really simple offer, then go with it. When you have verified your offer, which would ideally be on the campaign level, you are gonna pick a avatar. Is it 35 to 40-year-olds? Is it men who can't get girls? Or is it girls who want a rich man? Or is it businesses who are paying too much in taxes? Above 1 million or below 1 million? Test all of that and test awareness, test different pain points. Is it you cannot look in the mirror? Or is it you cannot fit in dresses? Whatever. And then test angles. You are not losing weight because it's hereditary, and you are not losing weight because you eat too much protein. Carbs are not the enemy. Angles, right? And different circumstances they are going through. Maybe a businessman, you have to look after your family as well. 3 kids, take them to the football game while making sure your business grows. Desired outcome: pay less in taxes, lose weight. And formats, meaning carousels, statics, video creatives. Yeah, this is how we are gonna test. We are gonna test starting from the top and go down below. And I've gave you a lot of examples here, so you know what I'm saying, and you have no excuse not to execute. Yeah, that's about it for this video. Go out and make some more money. If you want me to look at your funnel or your ad account or totally run it for you, there's a link down below. Go through it. If you are qualified, you'll get to book a call. We'll jump on a call. We'll look at your ad account, your funnel, your business. I'll audit it for free. And if you think I'm qualified to help you and we are a good fit to work together, we'll start working together and make you some more money.